Now, some of you might know that I actually was contacted by MJJC, and they told me to do an honest review of their new foam cannon, right? So the foam cannon S version 3.0. They also sent me the foam super soft snow foam shampoo that they sell along with it. But in order to make this stuff work, you need a power washer that actually will perform. I was looking for a power washer that actually, you know, provided some PSI so I could use it for exterior uses for my house, you know, siding cleaning, sidewalks, all that kind of stuff. Because the PSI is really not the most important part of washing a car, but the gallons per minute is. You want to make sure that you're at minimum, I would say 2.2 gallons per minute or above. So it's the flow of the water through your power washer that's important, not necessarily the PSI. The PSI comes in handy when you're cleaning, you know, siding, sidewalks, decks, all that kind of stuff, where you need a little bit more power or more pounds per square inch, which is what PSI stands for, but not necessarily the flow, right? The flow is more for the cars and cleaning off the soap. So that's why I went with this RYOBI. There's a couple reasons. That was one of the reasons, and also the fact that it had a Honda engine in it, like my previous power washer has a Honda engine in it, so it's proven, it's reliable, it's a little bit on the quieter side. This is a narrow unit, so it could fit in your garage nicely. But let's take a look at what's inside. So for this one, like I said, it's powered by a Honda GCV170 167cc premium engine for easy, reliable starting. And I always had success with the older one. The reason why I got rid of the older one is that, you know, it was old. I had it for about 5+ years, and it was time for a new one. It's got a 5-in-1 quick change nozzle for versatile cleaning. So I'm curious to see what that's all about. But I already have my own wand and nozzles and stuff like that, and actually I have my own hose, so I'm not even going to use the ones that are in this box. Onboard soap tank, I'm never going to use that, but some people do. You can actually, on the bottom of the unit, and we'll see it when I put it all together, there's a tank here that where you can put some soap and it'll draw out the soap while you use a specific wand and nozzle. It's got the large 12-inch flat free wheels for easy transport. I like that. Durable hand truck frame design for user convenience, and quick release handle for easy compact storage. Now that is something I'm a little curious about, because the one thing that I really didn't like about the older one, which was a Troy built, but it was basically the same thing, is that the fuel tank is on the back end of the engine, and in order for you to fill it up, this arm kind of gets in the way, you know, the handle gets in the way. Plus they put the wand on that side. So it's, you know, I really don't understand why they do that. The wand should be on the other side and the handle should be back a little bit further, so you have a little bit more room to put the neck of the gas tank into this tank and fill it up. But it does come with the wand, a hose, 5-in-1 nozzle, an engine lubricant, so we can fill this thing up and get it going. Let's look at some of the specs. 167cc engine, 3100 PSI, 2.3 gallons per minute, and the max rating is determined by a PWMA standard. So there's clarifying exactly how they got this through 2.3 gallons per minute. It's got an aluminum axial cam, 35-inch hose or 35-foot hose, 12-inch wheels, and the whole thing is about 55.2 pounds. So let's open this thing up, let's see what it's all about, and put it together. All right, so right off the bat, you could see that most of this is already assembled. Comes with some assembly, quick reference guides, in a couple different languages, I can imagine. Unless they give you two, just in case you screw one up. But yeah. Install the handle, get the wand all together, hook up the hose to the wand and to the unit, hook up the water to it, fill it up with some oil, and add fuel. And it looks like you're off to the races. I mean, turn the level fuel to open, so there's a nice lever there for switching that on and off. And then it's just got a pull start on it. It's got that special nozzle on here, that 5-in-1 nozzle that hooks up to the quick connect. You can put the detergent in the detergent box if you really want to. Yeah, and in that nozzle, that special nozzle that RYOBI gives you, it's got a 15 degree, 25 degree, 40 degree, and a soap nozzle to draw the soap out of the canister. So they're telling you not to use any bleach, just soap, and that's about it. There's really nothing else. Everything else is in different language, and I guess they just give you an extra one just in case you rip the first one up. I'm gonna start pulling this thing out, assembling it, and see what this is all about. So here's the oil, here's that head unit, that nozzle, which could come in pretty handy actually, but I'm going to use the ones that I have currently. The first thing I'm going to take out is the handle itself. There you go. Looks like the hose is on the bottom here. So yeah, I mean, it's typical hose, water hose, power washer hose. I mean, it's not the most flexible one in the world, but it's decent for what you're paying for. And then you got the wand. You know, these are the cheaper wands that they sell you with the unit. You could tell it's a little bit on the flimsy side. Hopefully I don't break it while I assemble, but it's a little bit on the flimsy side, and it does have the intake, the water intake on the front rather than on the rear or on the bottom of the wand, which is not the greatest because the hose gets in the way and all that kind of good stuff. It's better to have a swivel down on the base of it. And I'll show you the one that I have, the one that I use. It's a Torq. So yeah, so this is a Torq unit, definitely made with a higher quality. The unit, I've had this unit for probably 5 years. I'm probably ready for an upgrade, but this one's really good. I like this one a lot. This is the extension for the wand that it comes with. Basic, looks like it's stainless steel with some brass fittings. Typical quick connects on the front and back end. Actually, this is threaded connection. So not bad. I mean, definitely a good starter wand, hose, and nozzle combination. I took the unit out. We're going to take a look at this. Remove all the plastics. This is where the fuel would go in. Trying to do this with one hand. There we go. Okay, and this is where the oil dipstick is. That's nice because it's easy to get to. The older ones actually had it down below here, so it was a little bit more difficult to get to. Here's the water intake. This is where you're going to connect your hose. And yeah, everything else is pretty straightforward. There's your engine on and off switch. Your air filter is in here. See what that looks like. There you go, pretty straightforward. Just like pretty much any Honda engine. These are the 12-inch plastic flat wheels, so it's easy to kind of navigate and pull it around. This is the soap dispenser. So if you want to put soap in here, no bleach. All right, so first things first, let's install the handle. Strap for your hose. Yeah, pretty straightforward. The thing's pretty much assembled. Again, I'm going to use my wand. I'm going to use my hose. Now this is an Uberflex hose, so you can tell how flexible this is. I mean, this bends really easy. It won't kink. You know, it's a higher quality hose, so that's why I'm going to use this one rather than the one that comes with the box. So it was a couple dollars on Amazon, I believe. You can get this on Amazon. So I'll put the links down below so you can kind of search for that. But yeah, this thing's pretty much assembled. So let me see if there's oil in it and I'll come right back to you. All right, so I connected the hose. So I have the one end of the hose connected to that side, the other end of the hose connected to the trigger from the factory, but it does not have any oil in it. So we're going to install the oil that it comes with, and you're going to just basically install it all the way to the top of the hatch marks. So basically right up to there. Hopefully you can see that. Right. They do give you like a temporary paper funnel, which I thought was really, yeah, that was nice of them. Put that in there, and then we're going to be pouring the oil inside of it. They're saying to install all 2 ounces of the oil. I'm going to install like half of it and see where we're at. See if we have to top it off. I'd rather be short than overfill it. They always warn you not to overfill it. So about halfway. Install the dipstick. Especially after use, when the oil kind of splashes around the engine and you use it, it gets a little bit looser. And it's on the walls of the pistons, all that kind of stuff. So I think we're good. All right, perfect. So, and plus it'll be easier to see once it gets a little dirty and stuff. You'll see where the oil's at a little bit easier. And just so you guys see what this nozzle looks like, this is the one that comes with it. So yeah, it's like one of those quick connect, multi-angled units. So it's pretty cool. You know, I could definitely see myself trying this out and see what it's all about. There's other accessories that you can get along with it. By RYOBI, you can register the tool. It's got the operator's manual and obviously the Honda engine manual itself. So, because it is a Honda engine, and Home Depot includes their own accessories line for all of the RYOBI units. All right. Start her up, put it in the on position, so right there, fuel's on, and don't forget to turn the water on, turn that on first. All right. There's definitely a lot of air in the system, so you got to let all the air out before you can get the full 3100 PSI. It's nice. It's not that loud. It's actually works pretty good. Still a lot of air in the line. Always release the pressure at the tail end. One thing I realized is that they don't give you a spot for these types of nozzles because they're kind of promoting the fact that they want you to use this one, this all-in-one, which I don't like. I think they should offer you a spot somewhere up here where you can store these just in case you want to use them. But I don't see any place on this unit where you could put them. There's nothing there. So anyway, keep that in mind. You're gonna have to store these separately in your garage somewhere, and when you need them, you're gonna have to pull them out. There's no spot for them. Although, if I drill a couple holes, I might be able to kind of create spots for them. So if I decide to do that, I'll let you know. Otherwise, I'll just store them separately. This works okay. I mean, honestly, if that's all you had, it's pretty good, but I'd rather park this in the cabinet and use the dedicated units. I think the quality of these are a little bit better, and it's a little bit more of a precise fan, so I like these units better. Now overall, I think the unit is really good. I think it's compact, it's powerful, it's got the PSI that's required. And don't get fooled, Home Depot has a few different kinds of the RYOBI. One's a 2300 PSI, 1.2 gallon per minute, high performance cold water pressure washer. But what you want to find is and they also have a 3000 1.1 gallon per minute electric power washer. So there's electric ones, there's gasoline ones, there's ones without Honda engines in it. There's one that's 2900 PSI, 2.5 gallons per minute. It's a gas pressure washer. It's got a 212 cc engine, but it's not a Honda. And then you have the electric versions, 2700, 1.1 gallon per minute. But just keep in mind, the electric ones don't have the gallons per minute that are required or that should be sought after for pressure washing a car. You're going to want, like I said, 2+ gallons per minute. This one's a nice one. It's got a Honda GCV170 engine. It was a little bit pricier, $449, 3300 PSI, 2.5 gallons per minute. Excellent unit. It's a bestseller for Home Depot. But I'm trying to find the one that I bought. Here it is. So $399. You're getting the Honda GCV167 engine. 2.3 gallons per minute, compact, $399. It's not bad. It's actually a pretty good buy. So I do suggest this one. I think this is a good mix between home use and auto use, because that's what I was looking for. Because there's plenty of power washers out there that are really good for auto use only. But then what if you want to use it for your house? What if you want to like power wash your siding or your sidewalks or something? You want something that can do a little mix of both. And I thought this was kind of the best of both worlds. Anyway, so I'm recommending the pressure washer from RYOBI, the 3100 PSI, 2.3 gallon per minute. I think it's a great unit, and it's available at your local Home Depot. So good luck.